Proving there is nothing like a hometown crowd, Trump this weekend delivered some straight-up toxic remarks at Mar-a-Lago. He relitigated the big lie. He called Mitch McConnell, quote, a stone-cold loser, saying a real leader never would have accepted the electoral results. Referring to Chuck Schumer, Trump is quoted as saying, if that were Schumer instead of this dumb son of a you-know-what, Mitch McConnell, they would never allow it to happen. They would have fought it. For good measure, he at least went after Mike Pence again as well. Still with us, Claire McCaskill and Michael Steele. Michael, I'd like to begin with you. People have remarked at how much quieter it's been with Trump off social media, how he's starting to feel more irrelevant. And though when you make a list of the courageous pushback Republicans, after Kinzinger and Liz Cheney, you start to run out of names. Have you been surprised that courage hasn't been in greater supply, even a couple of them?
No, not really, because this has never been a national narrative for the GOP. It's always been very local and very personal. This is how, this is playing out at the state level. Look at what's happening within state parties around the country. Look at races that, for city council being impacted by Trump candidates. Well, similarly, races for chairman of the party and central committee are similarly impacted. And that's not lost on the elected leadership. So their focus has never been on a more broader national narrative, which a lot of the media and the other side, the opposition, would focus on in terms of Democrats. But for Republicans, it's not surprising to see, folks still gather down at Mar-a-Lago. The RNC shell out $100,000 for, whatever they ate, and Trump to get on act manic and everyone. Meaning the voters like that.
Claire, for his trouble in savaging the party's leadership, Donald Trump was awarded a silver bull. Actually, quite a story here. It's from the National Republican Senatorial Committee. New York Magazine puts it this way. There are several unusual things about this award. One is that there is no evidence the NRSC had any intention of giving it out before Trump attacked the party's leader. The second is that Trump, who adores awards so much he sometimes invents them, we're looking at you, Michigan Man of the Year, did not even bother to put on a sport coat to receive this. The third is that the NRSC apparently plans to give it out every single year from now on. The photo, Claire, is downright uncomfortable. Senator Scott, who during happy times has the kind of smile where looks like he could name 50 places he could rather be. Trump is now the proud recipient of another silver bull. What do you make of this and the conundrum the party is in?
Well, it's something else. I mean, first of all, that's a measly little bowl. I mean, that's not a big bowl. That's not a Trump bowl. Secondly, how ironic that the Republican Senatorial Campaign Committee is giving him an award while he's calling their leader a moron and saying that he's an idiot. I mean, it is just unbelievable. And how about Nikki Haley today? I mean, here's Nikki Haley, who came out and did a little bit of what Liz Cheney did and Kinzinger did and Mitt Romney did and even Mitch McConnell did right after January 6th. And then she comes out today and says, oh, no, I would never run if Donald Trump's running for president. And no, I would talk to him before. I would never challenge him. I'd be for him. What is wrong with these people? Don't they realize that fewer and fewer people are identifying as Republicans at this point? I mean, their party is shrinking, and it's not going to grow if they are all still cowering in the corner trying to please the liar hanging out at the golf course.
I'm glad you mentioned Nikki Haley. We might just mention her name prior to going off the air tonight. And with that, our sincere thanks to former Senator Claire McCaskill, former RNC Chair Michael Steele. Thank you.